Hey everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're not. So today's video is going to be a full face of drugstore makeup. This was actually a request on one of my recent videos. I got a comment for a full face drugstore makeup. And what that means is that all the products I've used can be found in a pharmacy or chemist or a drugstore, as they say in the US. So they're all affordable products, and you know, they had to pick up new stuff. Whereas for me, I actually use an awful lot of like drugstore brands and affordable brands, so it wasn't that difficult at all. I love a lot of NYX products and sleek products, so I was able to just pull out a lot of my products from those affordable brands. The only thing that I kind of not even struggled with, but was just a little bit different for me, was the eyeshadows. When I was pulling out those affordable eyeshadow palettes, I was realising that I don't use those very often. I do, however, use the Morphe 350 palette a lot, and I could have included that, but I know it's quite difficult to get your hands on, especially here. So today I actually worked from a couple of different palettes. So I just got to work with those products and basically just made it up as I went along, and this is the finished look. So it's like a daytime smoky eye. It's quite soft but defined. And then I always like a matte full coverage foundation, and then I added contour blush and highlight and a brown nude lip. So it is definitely a full face, but the finished effect is quite wearable. So as always, I will have a link to my blog post in the first line of the description bar underneath, and there I will have the video itself, a full product list and pictures of the look. So if you'd like to see how I got this look and what products I was using, then just keep watching. So I'm starting off with the eyes, as I like to do, and for my primer I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. And I'm next going to fill in my brows, so I'm using NYX's Tame and Frame Brow Pomade in Espresso, so it's a dark brown like that. So I'm now going to move on to the shadow, and I'm just going to take a matte cream eyeshadow and buff it all over as I normally do. So I'm going into this Be Complete palette in the shade 132 Glisten, and on a fluffy crease brush I'm just taking this creamy shade here. So for my first crease shade, I'm going into the sleek Au Naturel 601 eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking this matte peachy shade right here. So that's going to be the highest transition colour. I'm then going to take a matte medium brown, and for that I'm going into this W7 In The Buff Lightly Toasted palette. And you might notice that this is replicating the original Naked palette from Urban Decay, which I did actually do a blog post on, comparing like swatches of the eyeshadows and on the eye and stuff. So I'll link that down below if you're interested. But for right now, I'm just going to go in and take this medium matte brown here. And I'm also going to take that under the eye. So then for the darkest shade, I'm going back into the Sleek palette, and I'm taking this dark matte brown here. And that's just going mainly into the outer corner. And then I'm just taking that on the very tip of the brush. Oh, it's snowing. Weird. Anyway, I'm just going to take that on the very tip of the brush and run that under the eye, keeping closer to the lash line. So now that we have our matte crease shades on, we're going to start adding some shimmer to the lid. So I'm going to start with the inner corner and work out, and I'm going to take a bright, frosty, like off-white shade. This is from the NYX Smoky Eyes palette, and that's going into the inner corners. So then going back to the Sleek palette, I'm taking this shimmery, it's like a light taupe colour. And that's going on the inner half of the lid. And then taking this darker berry shade, and I'm going to work that from the outer half in. So I think we're done with the shadow, and I'm just going to add some liner. This is a liquid liner from Essence. It's their liquid ink in waterproof black. So I've just added a winged liner, and then I'm just going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. And the mascara that I'm using today is Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express Flared. Long old name. So I think those are the eyes done. So we're going to move on to the face. For my primer, I'm using the number 7 Shine Free Primer. For my foundation, I'm using Revlon's Colour Stay, an oldie but a goodie. And I'm just going to colour correct it a little bit just to bring up the colour a bit. It's a little bit light. So I'm going to take a little bit of Maybelline's Fit Me foundation, which is a nice one, I think, if you're on the drier side. So for my under eyes, I'm first going to take a colour corrector. So I'm using NYX's Dark Circle Concealer, and this is in the shade 03 Medium. So it's like a salmony peachy shade. And I'm just going to apply that to where I'm darkest under the eye. So for me, that's on the kind of inner half underneath and going into the inner corner. And I'm going to touch up my inner corner highlight after I do my concealer, because sometimes I can blend over it a little bit. That has just wiped out any kind of like blueness under the eye. But for a bit of brightness and for added coverage, I'm going to go in with my Collection Lasting Perfection concealer in number 2. So I'm just going to touch up that shadow. I'm going in with a little bit more brown underneath and make sure that's nice and blended. And then also just touch up the inner corner. So then to set my face, I'm using Rimmel's Stay Matte powder. Now mine actually broke, so I had to put it into this little container, but it's the Rimmel Translucent Stay Matte pressed powder. So then into my trusty NYX contour palette, and I'm going to use my 2 go-to shades, which is this one and this one. Then for a little bit of blush, I'm taking this one from 17, and it is in the shade Damson Wine. And then the finishing touch for the face is highlight, so going into my Sleek Solstice highlighting palette and taking this slightly peachy one right here. And then finally for the lip, I'm using one of my longtime favourite lip combos. I'm taking Collection's Chocolate Lip Liner and Rimmel's Kate Moss Lipstick in number 3. And that, you guys, is the finished look. So I'll give you a close-up on the eyes. So it's like a soft daytime smoky, but nice and bright with that shimmer, especially on the inside. A defined brow as I normally do. And then contour cheeks, a nice bit of blush and highlight, and a nude lip. So that's it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the look and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up by clicking the like button that's down below, and also subscribe while you're here. I'm currently doing what I'm calling Janbeautary, meaning that I'm putting up a beauty video every single day. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.